Hi everyone, it's Joe here from Lawn Solutions Australia and welcome to this episode of Turf Talk, where we're lucky enough to have another international guest on the podcast today, Callum Cameron, who's the Acting Superintendent at Remuera Golf Club, which is located just outside of Auckland. Callum, how you going?
Good to be here, Joe. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Remuera Golf Club.
Remuera Golf Club is, 10 minutes away from CBD, 18-hole golf course, built on clay, which I'm sure a lot of your listeners would be like, the struggle is really real at this time of the year. We've got 1,500, nearly 1,600 members.
Wow.
That's the most members for an 18-hole golf course in New Zealand. We pump out about, I think last year we were sort of around the 65,000 round mark.
Okay. Busy track.
Yeah, it gets a thrash.
Yeah.
Some people would say we're sort of like McCafe. It's mate, we're sort of get in and get out. But no, great golf course. We were lucky enough to hold the 2015, 2016 NZPGA. Mm-hmm. A couple of Aussies won that. We won't hold it against them. Matt Miller and Brad Kennedy.
Yeah, the Aussies.
Yeah. We had the New Zealand Open back in 1994. It was a few moons ago.
Yeah.
And recently we had the 2019 New Zealand Amateur.
Wow.
So, it's been nice to have a few tournaments, but a busy golf course surrounded by houses built on clay.
So it sounds like a recipe for disaster when it comes to turf grass, if I'm honest. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with a heavy clay base and so much play in what can be a pretty cold and wet climate? Yeah,
very, very cold. Auckland sort of not as cold as down the sort of central North Island.
Yeah.
It doesn't snow in Auckland. Mm-hmm. We do get frost. We're sort of in the bottom of a hole, almost at sea level, but we're probably, I don't know, 10, 15 Ks away from the ocean. We can't see the ocean. There's no views. We're in the bottom of a hole. Mm-hmm. We're in native wetlands next door to us, which is also an off-the-leash dog park. Mm-hmm. That sort of correlates with, we've been doing a lot of naturalised areas over the last sort of 10 years, growing fescue long areas where the birds have been sort of texting each other, I suppose, and saying, come over to the golf course because no predators, no dogs. And it's been nice on that aspect, not so much greenkeeping, but the sustainability side of it is we like to try and be the guinea pigs of pioneers, I suppose, in New Zealand.
Is there anything easy about growing grass on your golf course?
Power grows good, but unfortunately we're trying to grow creeping bent on greens. Power Cure's just been announced. It's been 4 years in the making to get over to New Zealand. So I know a lot of turfies and a lot lot of lawn sort of nerds are very sort of eagerly waiting.
So we're a turf podcast. So obviously the bulk of our listeners are Australian. So we like our warm season grasses over there. But tell us about the grass mixes or the types of turf that you have on your golf course.
Predominantly our mix 10 years ago was rye, bent, fescue on our tees, fairways, and surrounds.
Yeah.
They started a master plan in 2003 where they were predominantly power greens, looking to change into creeping bent grass back 20 years ago was sort of the turn. Started their life as A1, then converted to T1, and then now we've just been going through a resurfacing regime. Sort of started 2 years ago. We've done 6 greens now. They're Pure Distinction 007 mix.
Yep.
We're finding it a little bit hard with Pure Distinction getting in the country, just sort of so we're sort of just toying around with there's a lot of new bent grasses coming around, and we're happy to trial them and see how they go for our site. And
your fairways, what are you running on you're running creeping bent grass on your fairways too?
So something that we've just started, we started 4 years ago. We did a trial with a creeping bent grass fairway on our 5th hole. It's sort of the smallest and narrowest fairway on the golf course. It's the only hole on the golf course with no bunkers also. We decided to trial creeping bent grass just to see how it would go on a fairway. No one in New Zealand's done it yet. I know Royal Canberra had done it in Australia. I think our climate suits creeping bent. Our site suits creeping bent. The new creeping bent grass, the density, especially at a longer leaf height, we've cut that down to 10 mil. Okay. And it's almost like playing with a tee, probably a little bit too good for your sort of mediocre golfer. The good golfers really like it and get a bit of raz off the fairway into the greens. But currently we're just cutting it at 14 mil. The density is great. Power finds it very hard to get in. It can still be sort of on the aggressive sort of side with herbicides and being a longer leaf, it's happy.
So from a maintenance point of view, what was your previous fairway mix? A mix
it was just a rye bent fescue with power sort of all through it. Yeah.
Is it more of a maintenance benefit or a playability benefit with the creeping bent, or is it a little bit of both? Because is it just as easy to spray and treat?
Yeah, it's treat a mean, keep it keen. We've just found the first 2 years they sort of baby it through. Mm-hmm. Then after this fairway on the 5th is 4 years old. It's just very happy. There's a lot of nutrients in the profile. Takes up nutrients very fast. Don't have to mow it every week if you didn't even need to.
Okay.
Slower growing, less water, less fungicide. No turf manager wants to be spraying fungicides every week.
Yeah.
It's been a little disease pressure. Just seems to be a winner for us. So we've ended up converting 3 fairways now to creeping bentgrass.
Is the plan to go to all 18, is it?
Yeah, we'd love to. We'll see with a little bit of a changeover with new board, just getting them up to speed and literally educating them in the right way of saying, this is what you want to be for a high-end golf course. Yeah. This is where we could go in the future.
So again, we're a warm season country over here when it comes to turf grass, and it's certain markets that have cool season turf. And the issue we have with cool season mixes over here is where it gets really, really cold, it also gets really, really hot and dry. So keeping them alive in summer is a challenge. Do you have that challenge in your climate on your golf course when it comes to keeping water up to grasses like creeping bent and that sort of thing, or your climate suits it a bit better?
Yeah, I think our climate suits it a bit better. That's why we've stayed with what grows well on our site. Yeah. The reason why we started with a rye bent fescue mix, so many different microclimates on our golf course being quite undulated and shade and out in the open. Certain tees decided to morph into pure bent grass tees with literally next to no direction. Yeah. We've got a few tees that literally it's just the shorter it got cut at 10 mils, the bent grass just was loving life and decided to dominate. So that was sort of the telltale tale that Remuera seems to go quite well with creeping bent grass. Mm-hmm. Not biased or anything on it. Happy with power greens, but for our traffic, it was the characteristics of just trying to keep them firm and fast and, playing and keeping them alive, I guess, with that amount of traffic.
What are most greens in New Zealand and most golf clubs? Is power the dominant sort of thing?
The older in the North Island, all the older golf courses are literally just a power brown top mix. Yeah. Central North Island, brown top just grows perfect climate where literally some of the smaller golf courses don't even have a fertilizer program.
Yeah, right.
It just grows like Auckland's power. Yeah. Then you get down South Island and brown top colonial bent grass. Mm-hmm. It's the natural sward for down there. Literally, it's Arrowtown brown top. The Seed Research Centre in Christchurch grows it. Yeah. But literally, you can go on the side of the road on the motorway and be geeking out on perfectly maintained brown top just sitting on a council burn.
Has pure distinction taken off much in New Zealand as a green surface, has it? Or?
Yeah, it has.
Because it has in Australia. So
most definitely has. It started with Wairakei down in Taupō, middle of North Island. It's sort of famous for being a sanctuary. Has a predator fence all around the golf course. Mm-hmm. During COVID, they had a little bit of an outbreak where they were brown top power. The power obviously wasn't too happy over a weekend, and then a private owner said, well, what do we do next? So they literally made the most of lockdown and resurfaced every green in pure distinction. Okay. Yeah. And a lot of New Zealand turfies, I think it put a new creeping bent being pure distinction on the map. Cody Cliffs, Cape Kidnappers have done it. Royal Auckland have just gone and done it. Mm-hmm. And there might be some new golf courses down in Queenstown. Yeah, it's just trying to find what site, and you might be leaning into a certain bent grass, but really happy with the climate here. We only get to sort of 26 degrees.
So you're not going to get really hot and you cool season to the point where your cool season grass will dry out in summer, will it?
We still will have to hand water like after 3 o'clock. It's probably its hottest. Like I know middle of the North Island, you can sort of get up to 30. Canopy temperatures could get up to sort of 50 degrees. Our sun is very vicious. We get at Remuera, we get seasonals every summer. Mm-hmm. They come over, they see 26 degrees. They don't put suntan lotion on, and then they go from white to pink and repeat. Yeah. Where I think the heat in Aussie, you can get up to 40 plus and quite scary, but a 26 degree day in New Zealand is actually I don't know, the hole in the ozone must be a little bit special over New Zealand.
I've experienced that myself. You're looking at 17 degrees and go, oh, you'll be right. And then in the middle of the day, you're in shorts and a T-shirt and you're cooking. It can really happen for you. So just a little bit more about Remuera Golf Club. So is that sort of a bit of an establishment where you are, like a bit of an institution? It's been there for a long time, has it? Or is it a pretty new club? Or what's Remuera like?
Remuera started in 1934.
Right.
It was 2 golf courses. Mm-hmm. It was originally a swampland, riddled with gorse bush. Mm. Then it was mowed out by volunteers. Yeah. And one guy's his name was Ralph. Literally, he was like the forefather of Remuera. He had his private golf course, and then he had a public golf course. Then back in 1973, the new course was sort of opened, 18-hole golf course as it is now. And then we sort of started the master plan in 2003 and started. They were all push-up soil greens, and now we've still got 5 greens that are still the original push-up soil.
Yeah, okay.
Been amended, sand amended, and resurfaced to creeping bent, but they're 20 years old now, so it's literally a mix of power bent.
Mm-hmm. And you said you had the highest membership out of any golf course in New Zealand?
We've got the highest membership for an 18-hole golf course.
Okay. Yeah.
There's another golf course over the North Shore, which is 27 holes. Yeah. Luckily, they've got an extra 9 holes to manage the traffic. Another golf course close to us, Pakadanga Golf Course, is an 18-hole golf course. Not as many members, but still pumps out a lot of rounds of golf.
So I know you're going to say the answer to this is because of the beautifully prepared turf surfaces on this golf course, but why is it so popular? Is it location? Is it
I think it is location. Yeah. Very, very central. Where Remuera is for a non-Aucklander or an Aucklander not living in Remuera. We're actually not in Remuera. We're probably a suburb next to like Meadowbank. Yeah. A wealthy area, Remuera. We're all surrounded by literally 1,000 houses back onto the golf course. I think there's only 1 hole on Remuera that hasn't got surrounded by houses. Okay. There's a road and then houses on the other side. Yeah. Parkland Golf Course, surrounded by trees, even some very old, mature gum trees that were planted back in the day to establish and then get natives around them. Mm-hmm. But the gum trees never got chopped down, and now we're sometimes you get on the right angle, you could be an Aussie. Yeah. But we have a driving range that is 4 years old. It's literally modelled on Topgolf. A 2-story driving range, has food and beverage, open to the public, trying to open up. We're on council land, a long lease, just trying to open up for the wider community. COVID was a winner for us. We opened our golf course during lockdown. People got to come over the fence, have a perv. Kids riding their bikes was quite special. It was an interesting time for New Zealand. I'm sure it was for Australia, but we're stuck in lockdown, weren't allowed to do any maintenance for 6 weeks. Then the second lockdown we were allowed to, and everyone got to see what the golf course is about. Membership spiked. We've got about 700 on the wait list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So going to it, like, it's bang for buck, I suppose, being a local. Maybe you would think that we're an elitist or a Ponzi golf course. Not at all. You'd come through into the courtyard, seeing people dumping their bags straight into the clubhouse. Don't have to go upstairs or anything. Single level. And, a very family-orientated golf course. Yeah,
cool. And you're over, obviously, here in Australia. You got a Syngenta shirt on. Tell us a little bit about what you're sort of doing over here. We're recording this at the Australian Sports Turf Managers Association conference, so that's where we are today. But what brought you over here?
I applied for the Syngenta Wider Scholarship Award. Syngenta have had this initiative going for about 3 years now. One of my co-workers, Sophia, she was lucky enough to win the Woman in Turf last year at the Brisbane conference. So she got to come over and said it was just a great opportunity. Learned lots, met lots of people, technologies. I think Australia just do it better, really. All the interstates.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to say it. Anyway,
I'll say it, mate. I'll say it on for the record. Yeah. Interstates are very competitive. Yeah. A lot more bigger golf courses. You know, you guys are probably a couple of years in front of us with technologies and trends, and we like to look over the ditch and maybe scribble down a few little tips and tricks. Yeah. But yes, Syngenta have been great. I applied just online. Then you go through an interview process. I think they probably shortlisted down to 5 or 6. And then I was lucky enough to come over with Holly Abel and just get amongst. It's been great. Like, we've been here, 3 days already, a couple of days left, and it's just been great to immerse yourself in lots of turf managers, seeing the apprentices, asking lots of people their story, how they got into turf, and sort of like what we're doing now. But loved it. Phil Gould has been our chauffeur. He's been a good rooster, and he's been looking after us.
Now, just on this, now you hear the name Phil Gould if you're listening to this. We're not talking about Gus Gould, the chairman of the Bulldogs and a massive rugby league person here. Phil Gould from Syngenta. I first saw his name and I gone, oh, Gus Gould's ringing me. Gus Gould might mean a lot to you, but he's a big rugby league guy over here.
Weird, but, I'm Queensland, sorry, but it's okay.
Okay, we'll end this podcast right here in this case. New Zealander and a Queenslander, here we go. But it's a pretty cool program, and it's such a good thing about our industry. I'm sure you'll agree that you're able to come and do things like this and see people that you know and really get to see what happens on a global scale. We're only across the ditch, but it is on a global scale. It's a cool thing you can see.
Yeah, it's great to meet the Syngenta team. Like, Paul Jackson's been great, like so supportive to us, just wanting to get keen turfies from New Zealand over here, see what Australia culture's all about, let alone seeing some great golf courses, meet some great people, listen to some speakers who you can motivate you and G you up, and you go back to your site and try and push that through into your team.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you haven't just walked into this. You've had a quite an extensive history in golf, in turf. Tell us a little bit about sort of your career and what got you into being a turf manager in the first place.
Grew up, we had like the interesting slang, we call it a batch, the holiday house in New Zealand.
I'm learning some new words.
Yeah, I know, some new words, some new slang. Yeah, BACH. So literally a holiday house, we're a beachy sort of town. A golf course, 9-hole golf course backed onto our batch, our holiday house. And
Thanks.
I know. Need subtitles, eh? So it was either stay home with mum or go play golf with my brother and my dad. So that was sort of where the love of golf started.
Yep.
Got half decent at it. Got down to low single figures, sort of wasn't given the golf course much. Got to 18, left school. The dream was to maybe be like a trainee professional or something like that. I was like, enjoy talking to people and maybe teaching golf. Then a greenkeeper job come up at Chamberlain Park Golf Course in Auckland, sort of close to the zoo. A lot of people, if you're familiar with Auckland, when you go on the motorway, it's the public golf course next to the motorway. 5 years there. Learned all the not what to do, I suppose, all the bad mistakes when you're young and dumb and think you're great. But no, I was sort of humbled. Some great stories there. Met some cool people. A lot of New Zealand Warriors, the rugby league side. Back then, they used to come play at Chamberlain all the time.
Cool.
Then
who's the best Warrior golfer that you've seen? Who hit the best golf ball?
Best Warrior golfer. I used to play a lot of golf back in the day with Lee Odenron.
There's a name.
There's a little throwback.
Yeah.
He was a good rooster.
Yeah.
Man, very competitive. It's just funny seeing the sports stars, like they're just so competitive. And when it comes to golf,
doesn't matter what it is, does it?
Yeah. It used to start with like Stacey Jones and Owen Gutenberg used to come in.
Yeah, right.
They were good. Just really just humble guys who just they were good at league, but they just loved golf.
Yeah.
Wade Egan now is probably one of the better golfers. I think his brother's even better.
Yeah, I think I've heard that.
Man, they can hit it a long way and seem to play well. Sean Johnson rates himself.
Yeah.
Now he's got his new show. So some good guys you meet over the years. Avid Warriors supporter. So quite cool just to be able to rub shoulders and use golf as a
up the wires.
Sure, mate.
Do you still get to play a bit now? Do you? Or
still play. Playoff 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So then been at Remuera, it'll be 11 years in November. Started from the bottom. I stepped away from greenkeeping for 8 years. Had a son the day before I turned 21, which sort of changed everything. And so I was delivering mail as a postman. Kept me fit. Pick up my son every day from school, and then I turned 30 and I was like, well, I can't be delivering mail forever. And the job at Remuera came up and did my apprenticeship because I couldn't do my apprenticeship when I was young because the head and 2IC weren't qualified. They'd been there 20 years, but just old school.
Right. Yeah.
So got stuck in with Remuera and never looked back, I suppose. I've nearly left a couple of times with other jobs, but they've been so good to me, and I live on site now. I've been living on site for 5 years, so it's great. And so now, since December, my predecessor, Spencer Cooper, he's moved on to the Wairaki Golf Course down in Taupo, the Sanctuary. They actually have kiwis and deer on site. If you get a chance to come over to New Zealand, big shout out to the Wairaki Golf Course down in Taupo. Is a great. It's like Jurassic Park, I suppose, for golf. Yeah, but it's been since December. I've been the acting superintendent. New general manager's just started, so hopefully we can get over the line, and I'm the next superintendent at Remuera. It'd be an awesome opportunity, and I love the place.
And you're acting superintendent now, and it's obviously a busy golf course. It has its own cultural challenges with clay soil and climate and all that sort of stuff. How do you go handling the wear and tear, the expectation from members, and doing things on a budget? Is that a tough balance you've found in your role, or is it something that you can kind of gel into pretty easily?
Even talking to other turfies here, explaining that we have 1,500 members, 65,000 rounds of golf. Then you throw in the aspects of we're surrounded by houses. So council law, we can't make noise till 7 a.m. First tee off every day is a 2-tee start at 7:30. So we're lucky enough to have a little bit of electric kit. So 2 or 4 people can start at 6 o'clock, get out, start mowing greens. Sprayer will mow. Sprayer will go out, spray the chipping and putting green, race down the first hole, get round, see where golf is out the back 9, spray that, and then a little bit of give way. So it's a challenge. It's manic, but I love it.
Yeah.
And it shows that a quiet golf course would probably have its own challenges as well. But I think the surfaces we can produce day in and day out, being on a clay surface, winter time, we've done a lot of drainage in the last 10 years on the playing surfaces. The rough is a different story. A Ventrac mower probably helps us on that thing. There's a little plug for them. We've got a staff of 10. So essentially that's 5 aside, 5 and 9 just to a running race in the morning. We've learned sort of being there 10 years, what works, what doesn't. Always trialing new things, but it's always managing traffic.
And what's your favourite thing about looking after a golf course and working in this industry? I know obviously there's a great deal of satisfaction when you look back and see what you've done and what you've created, but what's your favourite thing about our industry and working in golf or in turf?
People would say I've got the gift of the gab, I suppose, but I just love talking to people. I love just going to play different golf courses in New Zealand. We've just shy of 400 golf courses. Loved to go see the little country courses, one person looking after the golf course. A lot of volunteers. It's the love those small little golf courses they put back into the club. The same challenges that we all have as golf and trying to produce a surface. What grass type is right for your golf course and budget allows that. But I love, I've met some long life friends through the turf industry, and some of them are here this week. And it's just a proud achievement, I suppose, to look back, 10 years now of where I was to where I am now. It's someone listening to this, you can turn 30 and you can, get into greenkeeping, and proof that, in 10 years, if you a bit of hard work and put your head down, and it doesn't feel like work, mate. I love it.
Good on you.
Yeah.
And speaking of lifelong friends, you've just made another one. And if I ever want to come over here at Remuera Golf Club, I'll just rock up at your house.
Yeah, mate. Just knock on the door.
That'll be good.
Little dog might say otherwise, but no, you're fine.
We'll be right. Well, mate, it's a great story. It sounds like a really good club, and it's a credit to you and your team to go through so many challenges and still produce a really popular surface, which is a cool thing to say. So many people like your golf course. Otherwise, there wouldn't be the membership you have and the lineup you have out the door to get in. But thanks for sharing the story. It's Callum Cameron, the acting superintendent at Remuera Golf Club, and we appreciate you coming on the podcast.
No, thanks, Joe. Thank you.
I will be hitting you up.
Yeah,
as well.
do, man. Oh, we'll have a game.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll have a game.
I'm an absolute hack, but I'll enjoy it.
Oh, mate, we'll just a couple of vessels, jump in a cart and go for a laugh, eh?